province rich in cultural heritage and natural wonders. Known as the home of the famous Ati-Atihan Festival, Aklan's vibrant traditions reflect a unique blend of indigenous roots and colonial influences. From the rhythmic beats of the tribal drums to the intricate weaving of piña fabric, Aklan is a place where art, history, and community come alive. Join me as we explore the captivating culture of this province, uncovering the stories, practices, and people that make it truly one of a kind. Aklan is located in the western Visayas region of the Philippines. It is bordered by Capiz and Antique and covers an area of approximately 1,821 square kilometers. Its capital is Calibo, and it became an independent province on April 25, 1956, after previously being part of Capiz. Aklan's geography features a mix of coastal plains, rolling hills, and mountainous regions, with fertile lands supporting its predominantly agricultural economy. The province produces rice, coconut, and abaca as its main crops, reflecting its reliance on farming. Tourism also plays a significant role in Aklan's economy, with Boracay Island as its crown jewel, famous worldwide for its white sand beaches, water sports, and lively nightlife. Other attractions include Jawili Falls, a stunning 7-basin waterfall in Tangalan, Tigis Falls in Nabas, and the Bakawan Eco Park, a mangrove forest in Calibo known for its environmental conservation efforts. These natural and cultural assets make Aklan a blend of agricultural richness and vibrant tourism, drawing both locals and international visitors. I will first tackle about the material culture. First is clothing and fashion. The clothing and fashion traditions in Aklan, particularly the renowned piña weaving, are deeply intertwined with its cultural identity and history. The intricate craft involves creating fabric from the fibers of the Spanish red pineapple plant, a process that has been practiced for centuries. The result is an exceptionally delicate and translucent fabric used for the iconic Barong Tagalog, Filipiniana dresses, and ceremonial attire. These garments are not only functional, but also symbols of Filipino craftsmanship and heritage. But Jamie, why does the designs matter? The designs of piña textiles often include intricate floral and geometric patterns, showcasing the artistry and patience of Aklan's weavers. Techniques like the suksok embroidery, which involves detailed hand stitching, add layers of cultural storytelling to the fabric. These patterns are influenced by the region's natural environment and traditional values, reflecting the weavers' connection to nature and their community. Aklan's fashion is culturally significant for 3 reasons. First is because it is a symbol of prestige. Historically, piña cloth was considered a luxury item reserved for the elite and for special occasions like weddings and formal events. Wearing piña garments is still regarded as a mark of sophistication and cultural pride. Second is for sustainability and tradition. The use of natural materials and labor-intensive techniques highlights the community's respect for sustainable practices. Piña weaving embodies the values of patience and resilience that define the Aklanan identity. And lastly, did you know that they got recognized by UNESCO? Aklan's piña weaving has been recognized as an intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO, underlining its importance as a living tradition that must be preserved. This acknowledgement that bolstered efforts to sustain the craft through educational programs and government support. Now, for my favorite part in material culture, architecture. In rural areas of Aklan, traditional structures are often nipa huts or bahay kubo, built with bamboo and nipa palm. These materials are abundant and well suited for tropical climate, providing natural ventilation and resilience to typhoons. The design prioritizes functionality and harmony with nature, echoing a lifestyle closely tied to the land and the environment. The Ati tribe, Boracay's indigenous people, traditionally built simple, functional homes using organic materials. These structures embody their values of sustainability and living lightly on the land. Unfortunately, commercialization has marginalized these architectural traditions, with much of their heritage overshadowed by modern developments. Now, let's talk about the modern architecture in Boracay. Boracay's architectural landscape is a mix of resort-driven developments and eco-friendly innovations. High-end resorts combine luxury with natural aesthetics, using materials like bamboo and thatch for a tropical ambience while integrating modern amenities. For instance, buildings are designed to blend with the island's lush environment, often incorporating open spaces and maximizing views of the seas. However, modernization has also led to challenges. Over-commercialization and marginalization of the Ati tribe have eroded cultural identity. Critics note that while Boracay thrives as a tourist destination, its architecture often lacks deep-rooted connections to local culture, favoring generic luxury over cultural distinctiveness. The evolution of Aklan and Boracay's architecture underscores the tension between preserving heritage and accommodating tourism. Traditional designs reflect a lifestyle centered on sustainability and community, while modern structures cater to global standards of luxury. Moving forward, there is an opportunity to integrate cultural motifs and indigenous practices into contemporary designs, fostering a unique architectural identity for the region. Now, let's move on to non-material culture. And first is festivals and celebrations. This one's famous. I think you've heard it before. It is the Ati-Atihan Festival. Rooted in the early 13th century, the festival originated from the Ati people's generosity towards the 10 Datus from Borneo, who were granted land. The festival later adopted Christian themes in the 17th century under Spanish rule, emphasizing syncretism between indigenous traditions and Catholic practices. The festival consists of religious processions and street parades showcasing theme floats, dancing groups wearing colorful costumes, marching bands, and people sporting face and body paints. The street parade is known as sadsad, which is also what the locals call their way of dancing where the foot is momentarily dragged along the ground in tune to the beat played by the marching bands. Being believed to be the oldest festival in the Philippines and having inspired other popular Philippine festivals such as the Nagyang of Iloilo and Sinulog of Cebu, it is thus known as the mother of all Philippine festivals. There are three cultural elements to this festival. First is the vibrant processions and tribal music. Street parades filled with rhythmic drum beats, chanting, and tribal dances dominate the festival. Participants chant Hala Bira or Viva Santo Niño as they parade through Calibo streets, fostering a sense of unity and gratitude. Second is the colorful costumes and body paint. Festival goers wear intricate costumes and paint their skin black to emulate the Ati. These costumes are often adorned with feathers, beads, and vibrant fabrics, symbolizing the festive spirit and indigenous heritage. And lastly, is religious devotion. The Ati-Atihan is not just a cultural festival but also a spiritual event. Devotees participate in masses and processions dedicated to the Santo Niño. The festival reflects the deep faith of the Filipino people and their ability to integrate spirituality with cultural celebrations. While Ati-Atihan is a celebration of cultural heritage, modern interpretations have sparked debates. The practice of darkening skin to resemble the Ati has been criticized, particularly among Filipino Americans, for perpetuating stereotypes and being insensitive to indigenous groups. Then, critics also argue that the festival often sidelines the Ati's authentic voice and experience, instead focusing on commercialized and romanticized depictions. Now let's move on to language. In Aklan, the primary language spoken is Aklanon, which is a variant of the Visayan language group. It is unique in its phonetics and vocabulary, influenced by its historical and geographical context. The Aklanon language is deeply tied to the province's cultural identity, with roots tracing back to the early Malay settlers and the indigenous Ati people. While it is still widely spoken, especially in Calibo and other parts of the province, Boracay, a major tourist destination, has seen a rise in English and Tagalog use due to the influx of international visitors. However, the Aklanon language remains a key part of local life and is used in various cultural practices, such as the Ati-Atihan festival and traditional songs. Aklanon has distinct characteristics in its alphabet and pronunciation. The language uses the Latin alphabet and some of its unique sounds can be challenging for non-native speakers. Aklanon is also deeply integrated into local customs and folklore, where proverbs, songs, and stories are passed down orally, contributing to the region's cultural wealth. The language is more than a mode of communication. It encapsulates the Aklanon's connection to their history, traditions, and community life. Learning Aklanon can provide tourists with a deeper cultural understanding and more meaningful interactions with the local community, especially in areas like Boracay where cultural exchange is prominent. It's not just about speaking the language, but engaging us with its cultural significance, which includes understanding local traditions, foods, and history. The economy of Aklan, particularly Boracay, is heavily reliant on tourism, with the island being one of the Philippines' top destinations. The rise of Boracay's tourism industry has led to an economic boom, benefiting the hospitality, transport, and service sectors. However, the rapid development has also contributed to significant environmental challenges, including waste management issues and the degradation of coral reefs due to the unchecked development and tourist influx. This culminated in the controversial 6-month closure of the island in 2018 to address these environmental concerns. The closure impacted the livelihoods of thousands, as many locals depend on tourism for their income. Over 36,000 workers in various sectors were affected, and the sudden halt in tourism created an immediate economic downturn. The rehabilitation efforts, though necessary for the environment, highlighted the tension between economic growth and environmental sustainability. Additionally, the government's inability to fully regulate waste management and tourism activities has made long-term solutions challenging. And that wraps up our journey through the rich culture of Aklan. From its vibrant festivals to its time-honored traditions, Aklan truly offers a glimpse into the heart of Filipino heritage. I hope you've enjoyed this dive into its stories and practices as much as I have. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, let's keep celebrating and preserving the beauty of our shared history.